This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Hawkeyes will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wolverines offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Spits it out to the back. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man on the outside. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle.
Just destroying his way through the field. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Steps away. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the running back. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hawkeyes offense will get the ball for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. They're working that left side. Stopped after making the catch. The Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Taking it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, a little bit fortuitous on that play. The defender got a hand on it, but still the offense able to come up with a completion, Reese.
That's why the freshman able to get home with the sack.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them. They're already off to a great start.
They're bringing heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively. Dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He's run out of bounds, but... Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pad.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa. On offense, hoping. the end zone. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. It's a draw. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the left. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
At the 35, he's got room. Rams him with the stiff arm. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Forced out of the pocket. And the pass is intercepted. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. And the Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
3rd down coming.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll feel the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Running to the left. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. The give out of the gun. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. It's a reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. 3rd and goal coming up here. He'll set up to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. They're trying to get to it. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Running back searching for a hole. Runs through the tackle. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. Scrambling away. Caught near the sticks. It's Matthews. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He's at the 10, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 13 to Ohio. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Right back to the well. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the left side. Running with power. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Looking to take a shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Everett. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
Michigan 35, Iowa 10.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor.
And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
by the receiver.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Wolverine! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Defense in press coverage. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got an open man. Off he goes. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I could go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And talk about getting excited just to lose it again. The offense gets the first down. You got enough yards, but what do you have to do? You got to take care of the football. You can't cough it up. The defense forces the fumble, recovers it, takes all the wind and all the momentum back to their side.
That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. First down here for the offense. Going to the running game. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give on the counter. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Running to the left. delivers the contact. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the... As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. The give on 4th down. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Finds his man down the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Hawkeyes in the hurry-up. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need it.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 7 over San Jose State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the next one.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Offense set on first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. It's complete on the right side. Finds a crease at the 20. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the returner is stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. At the 45 on his way. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Keeps the legs moving. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The offense set for a first down play. Give to the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the quarterback takes a knee. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today.